So we're now on to Alex, on to how it started, how it's going. So for those that don't know your story, and unlike some non-fiction authors, you didn't indulge your backstory in rest, but we'd love to hear a little bit more. So how did you end up studying and writing about rest? Tell us the sort of path that led you to this.
Oh, the really brief story is that I started thinking seriously about the subject when about 10 years ago, when I was on a sabbatical, actually in Cambridge with Microsoft Research. And about halfway through, I realized that I was getting a huge amount of stuff done. I was reading a lot. I was having great ideas, but I didn't feel that kind of sense of constant time pressure and being sort of half a project behind that is just kind of part and parcel of life in Silicon Valley as much, and it started me thinking that, maybe actually the key to doing the kind of work that we really love to do, sort of depends not on working ever faster and ever longer hours, but in kind of rethinking the relationship between sort of work and rest and creativity. And that kind of planted a seed that took a couple years to kind of germinate. But ultimately, I realized that when you look at the lives of, sort of famous of Nobel laureates and, other sorts of famous, incredibly accomplished people, you see them constructing a version of the kind of routines that I had discovered during that sabbatical. And then finally, there was some work in the neuroscience of creativity and sort of the psychology of mind wandering that helped kind of put the pieces together and explain why it is that certain kinds of rest turn out to be really essential for stimulating and sustaining creative lives. So that's kind of the backstory to the book.